Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are set to take on the Cleveland Browns Sunday in Cleveland. But could he be headed for trouble facing off against one of the elite defensive fronts in the entire NFL? We discuss next. Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to The Bald Perspective. Let's talk. Lamar Jackson could be headed for some trouble this Sunday when facing off against the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns this season have not had much to talk about, have not had much to brag about. In fact, they've been dealing with a lot of uncertainty. Starting quarterback, running back, offensive line. But one thing that they can count on, one thing that they can bet on for sure, and that has been the ferociousness of Myles Garrett and the crew. And this Sunday, this Baltimore Ravens offensive line and Lamar Jackson are going to have their work cut out for them. I asked the question, could he be headed for trouble? Well, Belanger, what kind of trouble? Trouble that may lead him to being more banged up coming out of this game than going into this game. Let's understand, Lamar Jackson already has missed more than 1 month of football due to a hamstring injury. He probably came back without being 100%. And no, I don't think that that led to this ankle injury that he's now suffering from. But going into a matchup against one of the elite defensive fronts in the entire NFL and having one of the suspect offensive lines in the NFL does not bode well for Lamar Jackson and his ongoing health in order for the Baltimore Ravens to get to the playoffs, to get to a Super Bowl, or just make it simple, just get to 5-5. Cleveland absolutely stands in the way. We understand that the Baltimore Ravens have already faced off against this defense and seem to fare very well. That was helped out by the defense. I think we got a turnover or two in that game and gave this offense extra cracks at the end zone. But the biggest difference is that was pre Lamar Jackson hamstring injury, and that is also pre Lamar Jackson ankle injury. You see, in order to face off against this type of defense, Lamar Jackson would have to be at his very best. His very best, elusive, athletic, and fast. But with an ankle injury that will not be healed by Sunday, it could leave him scratching his head and picking himself up off the ground repeatedly. So how can the Baltimore Ravens protect him? Honestly, I don't think they can with this personnel, so it's going to have to be with some scheme. I think that the Baltimore Ravens need to show the Cleveland Browns something that we have not shown all year long, and if we have, it has not been much. What is that? Some two-back sets. Belanger, we've had two-back sets, yeah, but that was with Patrick Ricard and Derrick Henry. I'm talking about two-back sets that show Derrick Henry and Keaton Mitchell, Lamar Jackson under center. Keaton Mitchell and Justice Hill, Lamar Jackson under center. Derrick Henry and Justice Hill with Lamar Jackson where? Under center. Why under center? Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but our play fake when Lamar Jackson is in the pistol or the shotgun is really ineffective. Defensive linemen do not buy that play fake. Whether it's in the interior or whether it's off the edge, they are not worried about that shotgun or pistol play fake. And linebackers are not being fooled. So the only real way to offer some protection is to have Derrick Henry going north towards the line of scrimmage, whether he gets the ball or whether it's a play fake, whether he gets the ball or whether it's a pitch. We have to offer some level of deception in order to keep the quarterback healthy and being able to face off against the Jets in the next matchup. What else do the Baltimore Ravens need to show? I don't think they necessarily need to go two tight ends a whole lot or even three tight end personnel. Could they? Sure, they could. Because you're going to need somebody to chip and pay close attention to Myles Garrett. But a double team or even a triple team to Myles Garrett leaves the rest of his crew salivating to get to the quarterback. And they also have proven to be able to get the job done. So this Sunday, I think we need to be able to be less predictable. We need to be able to show some different looks. And most importantly, We need to have pass route combinations drawn up that get the ball out of Lamar Jackson's hands quickly. Because if not, this offensive line has proven that against regular competition, they're less than stellar. But against elite competition, they could be almost invisible, leaving the injured Lamar Jackson vulnerable and in trouble. You guys let me know what you think. How can the Baltimore Ravens protect and keep Lamar Jackson healthy? And if you've been here this long, go ahead and touch the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell so that you get updates when we upload new content. I'm out.